Childhood trauma and imaginary friends. I wish I could have my time back. What's going on, people? Alex Thorn here, and I'm just a rock and roller who in his downtime likes to watch movies while wearing a bandana. And I've been geeked about Imaginary since I checked out the trailer last year, I think, on this channel. The movie starts out with the lead character, DeWanda Wise, being chased by something. Now this, if there's ever a time where you instantly want to grab the audience, it's right now, right here, right? This is where I instantly became concerned. I mean, right off the bat, because the CGI is very apparent and it's rough. Not throughout the entire movie, but here it was rough. Also, DeWanda's acting, which this is a continuous trend throughout the entire movie, this was rough because I was so excited to see her because she's such a beautiful woman. She is Thorn approved, if you know what I mean. But man, I've never been truly impressed by her acting. The only thing I've ever seen her in is Jurassic World. And then I see her acting within the first minute and I was just like, this is stiff. This is not emotional. She's not reacting really like I thought, or like I think somebody should be reacting to this really scary scenario that's happening here, which she's being chased by something, which also we find out she's facing her father opposite of her. And it's just not delivered to you on the screen the way it should be. DeWanda Wise's character, Jessica, as the stepmom, she also has a vivid imagination. We're shown this and demonstrated this because she does animation for books and she's constantly drawing, and there's a lot of cool looking art in this movie. She is basically passing on her childhood traumas to her new family. And I dug that. I like that. I like the childhood trauma thing. I like the imaginary friend thing. I like that she's coming into a family where the mother, or if the other case, a father, the mother is gone and she's taking that place. I like all of those elements. What brings this movie down is the execution of such, because there's so much promise there. Yes, every single one of these tropes has been explored to the upteenth degree. And yes, it is tiresome, right? If you're tired of it. But I like stuff like this. And I don't mind going to see something that's familiar, but executed well when it mixes different things together. This does not do it well. Not only that, but we're also introduced Jessica's former babysitter when she was 5 years old, who also remembers Jessica's imaginary friend fascination. Again, the problem with this is the acting. Nobody acts like this, to where with Jessica and the father, there's a disconnect to where they're just saying lines and not really reacting the way they should. This woman is overdoing her acting, over explaining everything, and just in Spanish, she just reminded me of the bonchinchera. The lady who just gossips and will not shut the hell up and just could not wait to catch somebody walking down the street so she could start talking and bro, shut up, get out of my face. I wanted her out of the film, and later on she does make an exit, but unfortunately she's one of the very few exits in this movie, if you know what I mean. And then I'm gonna fast forward now to the Never Ever Land. The only part of this movie that I was like, oh, hey, I tapped my son on the chest and I was like, yo, that looks just like the Labyrinth. When she finally meets Jareth, it was the same thing with the stairs and all that stuff, and the same thing from Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5 when Alice meets Freddy again. But they don't play with it though. And I must say, this is extraordinarily dark for something that is supposed to be like the land of imagination. I feel like we did Land of Imagination much better in the 80s. This was clearly a horror movie inspired Land of Imagination with a limited budget. And unfortunately, by the end of the movie, that's exactly what it is. It's a movie with premise that is bogged down by stiff acting and limited imagination for an imaginary friend movie. We have a horror movie with next to no deaths. We have a horror movie with next to no blood. We have a horror movie named Imaginary with next to no imagination. And we have a lead actress who is full of potential, who is directed poorly. So guys, with that being said, I'm going to get to my bandana rating of Imaginary. And I'm going to give Imaginary 2 bandanas out of 5. And those 2 bandanas are because 1 bandana means it's not really worth watching. I'll never see it again. 3 bandanas is I'll watch it and put it in the background, but it's not that great of a movie. 2 is like, I saw it. It wasn't the worst waste of my time. But is it something I would look forward to watching again? No, it is not, unfortunately. Let me know, did you go and watch Imaginary? Does this review make you want to go watch it? And let's ask everybody a question. Did you have an imaginary friend when you were a child? I did not. I had enough toys not to have imaginary friends. I played with my action figures, He-Man, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, WWF, all of that stuff. And then also, I rarely do this, but I want to ask you guys, if you can, like this video. When you comment, also head back up and subscribe to the channel and put on notifications because I plan on going live.
Wait no longer! The night has arrived! Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you live!
For you guys, doing giveaways and doing all that cool stuff. But if nobody knows I'm live, then what does it matter? So please hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment down below. Have you seen it? Will you see it? Did you have an imaginary friend? I'm Alex Thorn, and I'm about to get imaginary and head out of here, rock out, and watch some movies.